By the time I was in elementary school, I landed across the street from my grandparents, where my family on her side had been forever. Early settlers in that part of the country. We're talking all the way back to like the Mayflower type stuff. Having a single mom and no dad, and you kind of have this sense of like, where am I supposed to be? Where am I from? Who am I? It wasn't till a few years ago I really started trying to dive into it more. The farmhouse that my grandfather grew up in, a couple hundred years old, that property that I spent most of my childhood on was in my family for hundreds of years, and I never knew that. Deeded by the King of England. That swamp that I stared at that was always full of muck and mud and weeds used to be the spring for the whole area where our whole community would get fresh water. That's something that I think for me has been really healing, not having a relationship or even knowing my dad until later, but then also being rooted in this place that my family had been for generations. And that's something I'm trying to think more about, especially now that I have kids, trying to give them a sense of stability and knowing who they are, because that's something that I kind of struggled with as a kid, trying to figure out who the heck I was.